Stanislav, I'm a startupper, I'm an entrepreneur, and I want to know what is the best option to come to the US if I'm a startup founder. Guys, today I'm gonna answer this great question, and also you will learn at the end of this video how to get a free evaluation for the best startup visa. Let's go! Hello, my dear friends, I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, I want to let you know about the number one and the best option how to come to the US and start up your business idea. First of all, what are the options between different type of visas? Because you guys hear E2 is a good investment business visa, L1 is a good option, maybe you heard about O-1, maybe H-1B and other visas. Which one of these or any other ones is the best option? And guys, I'm gonna give you the spoiler alert, I'm gonna call it right now, this is O-1 visa. And let's look at this visa first in comparison to the ones that I listed. And I listed H-1B, I listed E2 and L1. Well, let's start with H-1B. This one is the visa with the lottery component. Meaning, if you missed the first 3 weeks of March and the company that you started up did not file for H-1B visa for you, even though you could be also a partially or a fully owner of that company, you have to wait for another year. That's number one. Number two, even if you filed, you have 15% chance of or less being selected. There's a lot of hurdle to get the H-1B approved, although I would agree that technically this is the easiest visa to go by. All you need to know the criteria for it, the education criteria, have the employer, could be your startup, file the petition on time, get selected, file immigrant petition, and then get approved, and that's it. You're here. Second, E2, small investment visa. Well, first of all, it does not apply to all countries. So if you're from the country that does not get that visa, you don't even have that option. But even if you're from the right country, and the list of those countries is going to be in the description of this video, you can click and see if your country is a part of it, you need to put at least $100,000 of your own money that we can prove was earned honestly. So we have to prove the source of funding. And then you still risk not to get this visa because it's not a guarantee, right? So not only you risk $100,000, you have to prove how you made it, and it doesn't give you any guarantee that it's going to be approved on the embassy level. This one is a hardcore. You can put a lot of finance and time. I don't say that we don't get these visas. We get them all the time when we can't get the easier visa. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes a harder visa is a better option, right? That's all individual. But yeah, in comparison to O1, this is not the best option. And the last one is L1. That's only for those who already have a running business outside of the US that has about 15 employees under your control. It's not a small company. And on top of that, if you do the startup on L1 visa, you have to hire about 5 people by the end of year 1. If your idea does not encompass this many employees by the end of year 1 in your business, then L1 visa is not for you. Okay, so this is a pretty complex and complicated visa. I believe one of the hardest among all other options available. Now, why O1? Why O1 is a better option? Because guys, yes, it's a talent visa, but the talent is measured by the criteria. As long as you can give me 2 criteria from the start, and usually it's a critical role in a company with distinguished reputation, so you either worked on a company or owned the company and worked there, your startup, there's other company, or maybe you work for somebody else, and that company has a reputation, that's almost one criterion. And also your higher pay. If you got pay higher, than the average person in a similar position in other companies, that's already 2 criteria. We need to prove only 3. So we 1 criterion short. And as my practice shows, beginning with 2 criteria, we oftentimes end up filing for 5 or even 6. But how, Stanislav? Well, because I've been doing this for so long that I know, and we have all the tools, the vendors, the PR agencies, everybody whom you need to strengthen your petition for the next 6 months. So on top of those 2 criteria, you can easily add judging the work of others, publications in scientific journals, and press articles about you. Right off the bat, okay? We can get you up to 5, and depending on your specialization, your industry, it could be even more. I've never seen a case of a businessman or a startup founder who was like 100% in, and the good O-1 petition just ready to be described and filed. All of them need to be improved, strengthened, backed up. And only then I will give you 99% chance of approval. That's how many percent I'm giving to all the O-1 cases that I'm taking. I do not take cases that I don't know how I'm going to get approved. This is a very firm position for me, all right? So you need to understand that if I gave you the qualification and I said you have the potential, those are not empty words. Those are words filled with energy and the essence. I could hear some of you guys would be like, well, Stanislav, it couldn't be that easy. You need an employer for this type of visa, and my own company cannot be my employer. Yes, it can. Guys, yes, 60% of my O-1 visa's approval, they are the owners of the O-1 petitioner. 100%, a part of that 50%, 20%, depending on the structure. Of course, we need to have the proper corporate documentation, but leave it to me. I know exactly how to do that. So that legal part is on my side to make sure that your own company, be it 100% equity, a part of that company, fully complies with immigration law, and I can get you approved. And guys, the last thing, but which is also important, how you gonna get the green card when the time is ripe? But before I give you the answer to this question, get the free evaluation for O-1 visa right now. The link is below this video. Find it, click on it, and fill out the talent visa free evaluation form. Give me 2 days. I will analyze it, give you the written breakdown, and not all of you will see the word potential, but if you do, that's the green light for the second step, complex immigration planning. Okay, that's where I'm gonna develop your written strategy of filing your case. Imagine you got the O-1 visa, which is good for 3 years. You brought here your family, your spouse and kids are a part of this petition. And now, 1 year in, you'll be like, oh, Stanislav, I guess I'm ready for green card. I'm ready to go. I like this country, things go well. What should I do? Well, you will have, in general, 2 main options. EB-1A, that's the older sister of O-1, also talent visa, same criteria, but we need a lot more evidence, which is never a problem if I qualify you. And EB-2 NIW, that comes in play only if your startup that you brought here in the US has some benefit to this country. And there are a lot of ideas that could be beneficial for the US. That of course takes additional analysis, but today's video is not about that. So those are the 2 main options. What others? Well, EB-2, EB-3, the classic perm labor certification visas when another company is ready to sponsor you. Or some of you become really rich and wealthy here and you guys can get EB-5, a large investment visa where you need to put $800,000 in somebody else's project. or $1,050,000 in your own project and create 10 jobs. And that's a short description. Now, get that free evaluation right off your way, because without understanding if you have the potential, how can you plan? Once you went through and you saw the potential, start counting 8 months. Because in 8 months, you're coming to the US with your family, with ability to work and develop your startup and start paving the way for your green card. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me guys know in the comment section what you think about it. Ask your questions, comment. Follow me on other platforms, Telegram, Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, and others to get the exclusive content, because I don't mix the content up. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.